Hi everyone, welcome to the Now You Know podcast. My name is Yusra Lehman and I'm basically the mother of the group. And next to me I have
Sage van der Vent, and I love music.
My name is Jasmine Lee. I'm 16 years old and love modeling.
I'm Catherine Clausen and I love playing chess.
so so many don't know, but we at BLASC have a girl group called Clouds. And does anyone want to talk about the definition of each letter? Because we do have a definition for each letter.
We can each say one.
O-U-D-S.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to nominate Catherine to say what the first letter is.
Luckily I have a page here. I'm just okay. We have confident.
Yes. How do you feel like that relates though to the girl group though?
I feel like it encourages everyone when we talk about it. So the different being out there, I guess. This letter encourages that.
Yeah.
So
I also feel like that's also what we strive to be, a lot of us. And I feel like all of the different letters is what we hope to be in the future and what we are. And anyone want to talk about what the L means?
Loyal. It means loyal.
Yeah.
So I feel like with it being loyal, it's also trusting each other to, like, maybe if we're talking about our feelings or whatever and our emotions, to know that we can like rely on each other, that we won't like go telling the whole world like, oh, this is what I struggle with and stuff like that.
Okay. Let's talk about the O. Jasmine, I'm going to nominate you. Thanks.
I literally want to say, what's that other word? Optimistic, but like it's open-minded, guys.
Yeah.
It's like basically how we can like be open-minded with each other, and like it's basically sort of, it comes with like being loyal or whatever, like with the trust and stuff, like we can like we can talk to each other like open-mindedly and like just not stress.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
feel like it like links in with a lot of how we like say of our opinions and stuff.
Yeah.
And we don't feel
like there's no like any judgment
Yes.
in
Yeah.
this group.
Okay. I'm gonna say the unique part because I feel like all of us have each thing that makes us unique. Even if you think like the most boring person ever, I feel like you always have something that makes you stand out from the rest, you know? So yeah, who's gonna talk about Diligence? I
don't even know what that means.
Okay, I guess I'll talk about Diligence. I feel like it's just like Diligence is how we just work hard and constantly are very ambitious as to what we want and how we're going to get there, and are constantly putting in the effort to get where we want to be.
Yeah.
Such.
Yeah.
And I feel like that links a lot with working on ourselves, which I feel is what Clouds like does most of it, you know? So, okay, someone has to do the S.
Smart, guys. It's smart.
Oh my gosh,
We're
yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
We are so smart, guys.
Smart, guys.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah. So, how do you feel though, like, with the lessons that we did recently? So, which lesson did we do, Catherine?
We were recently we were going between lessons because ourselves are taking control of the lessons, I can say. So first it was me, which I was talking about body image, and then it was another person who's not here with us, but she was Mia was talking about
Depression and anxiety.
Yeah, like what types of depression there can be and how people struggle with it. I feel like that's not a thing people deal with. And since we're talking about it really helps us look at it through someone else's eyes, and but like
Like a different perspective.
yeah,
And like how
and
you would feel.
understanding of that person, what they're going through. So that's mostly the lessons we've been doing lately. I don't know what lesson you're supposed to do because she's going next week. You want to talk about that a little?
It's a surprise,
Oh,
mate. I'm sorry.
Not even a sneak peek?
Nah.
No. Okay.
So, but like, I feel like with doing the depression and anxiety thing, it made us, like, I don't know about you guys, but it made me look at like how, like, it made me understand you guys differently, like in a better way, you know? And I feel like with a lot of the clouds lessons and stuff, seeing how like so many people also tend, like especially girls, struggle with the same things that we go through, even though we know it, but we don't typically take that in and like let that settle and just understand it,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah. And you did a lesson previously, Catherine, on your like the body image and such like that.
Yeah. I feel like the reason I did that is because I feel like the body image has been so twisted over the many, many years, like what different body image looks like to other people. So when we were talking about it, it was just generally like to encourage everyone that their body is theirs. It doesn't have to be a certain way. So that was mainly what the lesson was about. I want to know what everyone took from it though, if that's okay. Jasmine?
So, thank you for nominating me. Catherine.
You're welcome.
Anyways, guys. So, what I took like from the body image lesson was like that we are all different in our own ways, and we should appreciate our bodies and like not like try to change it to like how can I be like to be appreciated by someone else, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Sage?
Same. I feel like everybody tries to get that validation, or at least most girls try to get that validation of having like this hourglass body and having like curves and all of that stuff. And it like puts you into a state where you hate yourself type of thing. So being comfortable with your body is also like with your mental health, it makes you a lot better, if that makes sense. Yeah. So
Yeah. I feel like it's so strange still to see that like from the lesson and such, I feel like it was strange to see how like it doesn't really matter what body you're in, you'll still at some point like feel uncomfortable in it, and you'll feel like it's not good enough and such, which I feel like is a terrible thing that the media puts out, especially to like young girls from really young ages. Because I mean, let's look at like even dolls and toys and such like that. Like they're always depicted as like a certain shape, a certain body and stuff like that, and that's not natural. And makes like the perception of young girls like change throughout the years and such, which is honestly unfair, I feel. So yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. But like, what lessons though do you feel you want to get like touch on and stuff that you feel like we haven't really talked about yet, or anything you want to like, you know?
I feel like this isn't a mental thing, because we mostly talk about things we struggle with. But I want to like do a lesson about traveling. Like honestly, why not?
yeah.
Because mostly, I watch a lot of vlogs, and it's mostly, what can I say, mean? But you know, but sorry. If we learned about traveling, that'd be so cool. Imagine going overseas like in a girl group and being supportive of other people, other women across the world. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would really
That's
want to do
cool,
that.
guys.
But Sage, do you feel like maybe like would you think it would be cool to like make it a live thing for everyone to see, or do you feel like it must be like with us, if you know what I'm saying?
When we talk about like
Like not when you specifically with our stuff, but the lessons that we learn and such. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that would be a good idea, because I mean, there's so many people or girls that maybe are like thinking the same way that we are, but like have no one else to talk to or no one to relate to, if that makes sense. So if having just a live would help, then
Agreed.
Yeah. Do you like Jasmine? Do you think that? How do you feel if you had clouds when you were younger? How it would have affected you now?
I felt like I feel like I would have been much more confident person in general, and like more open-minded with myself, and like, how can I say, I would like appreciate myself more than what I used to. I don't know how to put it in words, but like, I feel like you get me.
Yeah.
So
I feel like,
yeah.
sorry if I can interject. I feel like it would have changed my mindset a lot more than, especially since what we were talking about, like that's what we struggle with. If we had this girl group when we were younger, imagine how we wouldn't even think about it that much. It wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
And for other girls to have this girl group, if we do go on a live, which I would love to do,
Same.
I feel like they would find understanding in what we talk about and won't have to go through the same thing.
Yeah.
It can be a stop to a cycle that keeps on going, and it would just help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be. I would really hope that at some point we go to like maybe hopefully different schools or something like that in the future.
cool.
We
That'd
get
be
to
so
like
cool.
speak to people and stuff.
Yeah.
And even with the girls' home that is in Weinberg and such, like we went to go and visit it and stuff and do things there. Like even if we were to do a clouds thing there, I feel like would be really.
That would help.
I would hope it would be
Yeah.
beneficial to
Good.
them, you know. But yeah, do you guys like?
I feel like we should do that, guys.
Yeah,
That
we
would be a
should.
really good
That-
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we can bring it up with Kim since she's the manager.
The head leader. Yes.
Yeah, but do you like? How did you guys feel? Because Kim is also part of the clouds. So how do you guys feel about speaking to an adult about like your feelings and such? Because I know for a lot of people it can be difficult, especially at our age, to like open up to someone that's older than you.
I feel like Kim is very open-minded. Shout out to the O in clouds. Because when you have that type of person in your life, it's very easy to open up to her. So for me, it has been cool. I don't know what to say about it. Kim, honestly, is just very supportive on what we talk about. And when she is supportive, it makes us feel reassured. And that really helps me to open up to her.
And like also, yeah. So to me, it feels like it's kind of like nice because then like we get like advice from an older person and like with more experience or what. So like, sorry. So it's like it for me is better because we get in and a more experienced perspective of what's going on and stuff, and like we'll get like better advice from an older person who like went through all these things when she was like our age or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I agree with what Catherine was saying. And I feel like Kim makes it very easy to talk to as well. You don't feel like judged because a lot of adults or older people have like this set way of thinking. So like it would be if you think like a certain way, then it's wrong, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Kim is open-minded and she like tries to understand what you're going through, if that makes sense. So I definitely think that it's good that
I feel like it's nice to have an older person there and to like be listened to and heard and stuff because it makes you feel heard. And I feel like that's also a lot of the reason why we tend to like get emotional during clouds, because like I feel like for a lot of people it would be like the first time you're like feeling heard. And I know that like one of our clouds members, I'm obviously not going to say like who and everything, but like with our previous lesson, I felt like she felt very heard like during what we were talking about and such, because I feel like it was the first time she actually spoke out about like the things that she was going through. And I thought that was actually like really amazing. Like, I don't know, that felt like a little mini victory. Honestly, I don't know if you guys would like that as well, but like seeing her open up and such. But yeah, how do you feel though do you think that cloud should be part of like every school or what?
Yes.
definitely.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Definitely.
Yeah. Going back to future lessons, when I was talking about traveling, where would you want to go?
Amsterdam. I literally want to go visit the Van Gogh Museum. Like so badly.
Yes.
Like, bro.
Honestly.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's like an art museum, you know, like Vincent Van Gogh, right?
Nope.
The painting artist, the one who
No.
did Starry Night.
Staring at
What's that?
Starry
Starry
Night.
Night, yeah.
I don't
It's a
know.
very famous painting. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So like
honestly.
he has a museum in Amsterdam, which is in Europe, and like
And usage?
I would want to go to Greece. I don't know why.
Take
But like
me
it's
with.
pretty, so yeah.
Mm.
I can imagine
Club
you in Greece.
Mykonos, the
Lol.
real Mykonos.
But like, I don't know. I just know I want to go to Disney World, mate. I'm sorry. Like,
Yes.
and
I
a-
mean, there's so much little girls there we can encourage. Of
Yes.
And like we can
Yes.
like be children again. Like we can literally
Yeah.
act out we want to.
yeah. How do you though like feel like speaking on how you say like feeling like little girls again and stuff? Do you feel like the media makes us like feel like we need to be older? Because I feel like a lot of us go through that stage of like you don't know if you should be young or old and such.
Yes, to be honest.
Like how does that affect you guys? Do you feel or like how do you think it affects others?
When people tell you to be more mature, like
Yeah,
you,
definitely.
at the young age you hear that so much, you think, okay, that's exactly, I must be mature. I
Yeah.
can't be giggling about something stupid or I don't know. But that's affected, that word be mature has affected young girls so much that they grow up too fast and then they're stuck in this period where they want to be kids, but at the same time they don't know how to be adults, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
And when they tell you to be more mature and you don't know how to be an adult, what should you do? And then it just again a circle, and it's not very nice to hear.
Yeah. And like also with the speaking like the adult vibes and like being mature, when we are mature or like acting like older or whatever, like trying to be you know what I mean, then like they tell us to be like childish and like not childish but like they said
Act
we
your
must
age
love
type of
our
thing.
age.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we must be mature at the same time. Like don't make sense.
What do you
Sage?
do?
I feel like the social media does make you feel like you should be a bit older than your age, but not just social media. I feel like it's also with like adults or our parents or whatever. Like they expect you to like be like an adult type of thing, but then they sometimes treat you like a child.
Yeah.
So if it's where you can't make your own decisions in life, or you can't like speak how you want to, or like say what you want to say, or like your opinion, so that's like them trying to like treat you like a child, but then you still need to have the responsibility of an adult or be responsible like an adult type of thing.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't even understand at this point what it means to be like at your age, because I mean with this whole twisted like views on like how you're supposed to be at different ages for each person, what does it even mean at this point to be act your age, you know? And I feel like it's such like the expectations that a lot of people put on like everyone, and like I know like guys go through it as well and stuff, but I don't know, I feel like throughout the ages like girls have gone,
yeah.
but I feel like girls have been put under a lot of expectations and stuff, even like boys as well, and I'm not going to like down them for that and stuff, because obviously like, you know, I hear them out and such. I feel like it's more maybe prominent with girls, more like seen, because I feel like nowadays girls are speaking out more about it rather than guys, and I actually encourage men to speak out about like, you know, the
like
feelings.
we would love to understand like what they also go through, but I feel like girls, since we talk about it more, there's more understanding about it, and if guys spoke about it more, we could all like talk about it together, you know.
And also like with guys, with them, I think like the reason why they don't talk about it is because people always expect them to like man up and like be the guy, be the boy, be the, you know what I mean. So like when they are like hurt or emotional or whatever, they don't want to be seen as weak because they're already living up to the expectations of being a man, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I want to touch more on the traveling. I'm sorry. It's a big thing for me because I really like have a little journal about where I want to go. I think I spoke. That's good, yeah. Because having it planned out is very cool. So
Like
when
a
we do
bucket
the
list.
when we do the lesson, my place I want to go to is France because there's a lot of art galleries like Jasmine was saying in Europe. But the one I want to go to the most is I don't know, I forgot the name now. But it's a triangle and it has the Mona Lisa in it, and it's very popular. And I feel like generally in France there's a very powerful women that are starting to stand up to different types of things we struggle with. Especially since there's a tiny place in France that only women run, which I love. Girl power, girl queen boss. And in France, since there's so much empowering of women, if we go there and we spread clouds, imagine how huge it can become.
The impact would be
Yeah,
massive.
it can empower young girls in France, and since there's already such power there, we can move it all over the world.
Yeah.
We can move it to America or even
Literally international.
international, my guy. Yes.
It's like everything.
Hopefully, the podcast will be the start to it being international and things,
Yeah.
like you say.
It definitely will, of course.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, this is just a small thing I just wanted to quickly mention and stuff because you also, you mentioned, women in France and such. I don't know how many people have heard about it and stuff. I feel like it might just be me. Wait.
wait, just don't go.
There's a rule with your hijab and stuff, wearing hijab and in France and such, and a rule which makes it so that women aren't allowed to, which I feel like it's unfair. I don't know if it's still like that. I know a lot of people were fighting for that rule to be changed back then. Not too far back, but yeah.
Can I ask how it started?
No.
No? Okay, cool.
I feel like
I'll get you all the info and such when I have it and stuff. That was just a thing that popped into my mind as you spoke about it and things. But I feel like it's really sad though to see how much limitation generally women have throughout the world and things.
We should all go in hijabs to France.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dina will
Yeah,
love
I
Cape
would
Town
love
with
that.
us also.
Yeah. But Sage. So with Greece, mate, how do you feel like we could take clouds to Greece?
I'm not
holiday.
sure actually. I mean, Greece is just it's a very aesthetically pleasing. That's why I would want to go there.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah.
But how do you think it will affect girls in Greece?
So you're just gonna take us on holiday to Greece, guys?
I feel like, I don't know, because, well, in Greece, I feel like there's a lot of beautiful women there, and if it's maybe the men would be taking advantage of them, maybe speaking and telling them you can say no or whatever, something like that.
A right to speak, honestly.
The right to
Yeah.
speak, yes.
And Jasmine? In Europe, with the art museum, how do you think that?
I feel like, how can I say? So, I don't really know how to go about that question. It's kind of
Broad.
yeah.
I feel like though in Europe and France and all those places, I feel like it's very fashion focused on stuff. How do you feel though that fashion affects girls and such?
I guess so with fashion comes a lot of perspectives on people. If you have a certain fashion style when someone else has a different fashion style, and then people just will judge you and stuff. So I feel like sorry. So it's how can I say, if we give them a message on do not live up to other people's expectations and think about what others think about what you or what you feel about yourself, whatever, you know what I mean? So also yo guys yeah, basically
Coming back to the France thing, sorry, if you look on screen, we can see how it started, and I'm reading the second last line where they say law imposes a fine up to 150 euros, and I think that's absolutely absurd because I don't know when it started where women started having their rights, but just a step up on that where people who have their religious beliefs can't wear their hijab. Sorry, where they can't wear their hijab, which their religion believes in, and it's empowerment on them. That people will charge you for wearing that. I don't understand
It's
that.
a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy. How do you feel about it being personally having a hijab?
It's honestly like very upsetting and such because it's something that like means a lot to me. I mean, you guys know that I obviously don't wear it every single day because I'm still trying to get used to it and such.
Yeah.
But hopefully will at some point get to wear it every day because I'm starting to feel more comfortable in wearing it and such. But it's upsetting to see, and the fact that like I can go out and wear it like every day and stuff. Like I have the option of it now, and like seeing that there are people that are out there that are limited to it and are like subjected to like, no, you can't do this, and no, you can do this, and you know, it's very like infuriating on my side because, you know, and it shows how privileged we are also to live in like South Africa, like especially with like how we were talking about like with fashion and such like that. Like most people, because like Rainbow Nation, like people don't really care because there's so many different like variations of people throughout South Africa and such.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
Diversity.
yeah,
Lol.
and I feel like even at like BLASC, I'm like very happy that I'm able to like wear a hijab and stuff, and even am allowed to go and like
Be who you want to
yeah,
be.
and like make my prayers and stuff, and no one's gonna judge me, and I was gonna be like, why are you wearing it now, and why are you not wearing it now and such. I don't feel like I have to be a certain person. I can just be who I am and such, which is something I really appreciate from BLASC and like Clouds and such. But I feel as though like it's very sad to see like how it's limited throughout like with fashion and everything in other places and things, because even in other places other than Cape Town and such, there are so many limitations and people that like will judge you in things. Even I had someone that I believe they're from Pretoria, and they said that when they came down to Cape Town they could wear whatever, but when they go up there they'll be judged for wearing what they want to wear. It's crazy to think that how privileged we actually are and such. But how do you guys feel though about like having no dress code also at BLASC?
I'm on the fence with that because for me, I take really long to figure out what I'm gonna wear. So I just feel like looking in my cupboard and being completely clueless of what I'm gonna wear. But I also feel comfortable with being able to wear what I want to wear. And oh, okay. Sorry, what was I saying?
Being comfortable wearing.
Yeah, because a lot, like, I don't know, when I, like, go out of the house sometimes, like my family, sometimes they would have this opinion of how I dress. So some days I would want to be more feminine. Some days I'd want to wear baggy clothes. So it just depends on my mood. And if I were to wear, like, more baggy clothes and stuff, then it's you dressing like a boy and, like, can't I? So being at BLASC, I'm comfortable with dressing however I want to dress.
Yeah.
Going back to the France thing, when you say it feels infuriating, or I don't know what you said, but I can't remember. But you said, when Clouds moves across the world, and do you think this will have like stopped, like there will be a period where people can freely wear their hijabs, and how do you think Clouds can affect that in that way?
I feel like with being more confident and stuff, because like, which is what Clouds also strives to be and help encourage, is girls being confident in themselves. Because I mean, it takes a lot of confidence to wear hijab and such, to go out into a very westernized world and stuff, which like fixates on hair and how it looks and such, and then going out and then wearing an hijab that puts you out of the I belong kind of spectrum, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you like, I feel like if we were to put clouds all over the world, it would be a sense of kind of showing that it doesn't matter, and giving you that sense of also motivation to do what you want to do and do what you want despite what other people think and things, because truly it doesn't matter, but it's been so ingrained in our minds that it does, that what people say and think, even if we say, oh no, it doesn't matter and stuff like that, there's always that side part of you that always thinks, oh, this doesn't look nice, they're not gonna like me because of this, whatever. But yeah, I hopefully if we take clouds throughout the world, we can hopefully change that mentality.
We will.
Yeah.
We will.
We will. Yes.
Yeah. And like even how you were saying how with BLASC and such, like even with your family and things, like they will end up like judging you and such. I feel like it's so amazing though that BLASC and Clouds doesn't judge you for like whatever, whether it's your opinions or what you wear and dress and stuff. The fact that it feels sometimes more like a family than a school.
Dude, bro. Real.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's like stuff that I'll say to you guys and stuff that I'll never like say to my family.
Same.
Love you, mom. Please don't think I'm hiding stuff from you. But yeah, it's honestly, how do you guys feel though? Do you feel like it is a family and things?
Definitely.
I am the mother, you better freaking say it to me.
Yes, I feel like I can trust you guys with whatever I say, and I feel like I'm reassured to know that you guys won't judge me for how I think or like what I do type of thing. And yeah, it's just being comfortable with you guys, and it's like I became comfortable with you guys so quickly, and normally it takes me like a while to become comfortable with people. So yeah.
Yeah, like when I first came here, I thought it was a crash. And I was like, I like, within the first 2 weeks, I started to like comfortable and like, oh my word, this is actually like such a nice place to be. Like, I normally don't want to go to school and stuff, but I actually want to go to school now because like y'all make me feel like at home, like y'all make me feel at ease and stuff, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I can just be myself around you guys and like just
Yeah, this family makes sense basically. That's what I think about BLASC. Oh wow. Sorry, it keeps happening. But like when we talk about family, I think about my actual family, but at the same time I think about the people I have around me, because when I think about the people I have around me, I also think about, I'm loved, I'm cared about, and it doesn't just have to be about blood. It can also be about what's another word? Eye to eye contact. You know what? That's what it. I mean, like
The people you surround yourself with like all the time.
yes, like I can see you and I know, like say shit, I trust you, and it can be a big thing to trust, especially when it's not family. So the idea that we are family is already a big deal, and I love the fact that this is my family, you guys. Yeah.
Besides the fact that we literally blood family.
Oh yeah, cousin Jasmine. Yeah.
Cousin Catherine.
And I feel like even Kim and Fagan, they strive for us to like work together to the point where it does actually feel like a family. I mean, even when when I first met Sage, I didn't speak to you for like a month or so. And then
actually.
Yeah, and then I it was Halloween and stuff, and we were doing face paint and stuff, and Kim got me to do the face paint for everyone and stuff. So I got to do Sage's, and then we ended up having to speak because I'm just by her face, so it's obviously gonna lead to a conversation. And I still remember, like after that, Kim was just like, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna take a picture now. You guys hug." And it was so
The hug was so forced.
Yo, I want to see that photo, honestly.
No, good same.
Yeah, but like it's really cool to see how like we're encouraged to work together, like, and even as like such a small space and such.
Yeah,
it's difficult for there to be conflict and stuff, and I feel like even when there is conflict, it's like we're such a small space. Like, where are you gonna go? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I hope, I think that with our family kind of thing, we can kind of work through whatever, you know what I mean? Even if it like, whatever it takes, and just get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a thought now. I forgot. You can continue.
Yeah.
Wait. No. No.
But like, how do you feel like with Diligent, like being ambitious and like constantly like working towards what you want and everything? Do you feel like that connects with BLASC and Clouds and such? Like,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you feel like they help with that?
So like, okay, I'm gonna go with personal. Yeah. So like, I didn't know what I wanted to study until literally last week. Like,
What is it?
So wait. Like when I was younger, I've always like wanted to like design and like make my own clothes, and you know what I mean. But like after the years, it's like passed. I was like, no, this I can't do that, and like not that. Like I should do something more like that will like give mullah and like you know what I mean. But like now, like after the years, like I didn't know like what was my passion and like what I wanted to do. Like I didn't know what I can do and what would be best for me. And yeah, so like after like coming to BLASC and like Sage talking about like thrift stores and all of that stuff, I like started to like go into that thrifty, you know. So like I went thrift story no thrift story.
Thrifting.
I went thrifting last week. And I just like I picked out baby clothes and like not baby, like toddler clothes. And like I started like when I got them, like I just like started like cutting it up and like stitching and sewing and like making my own thing. And I was like, this came back to me after a very long time, and I feel like I should become a designer, or like I feel like I want to study design. And I was like, this is actually clicking to me. And I spoke to my mom about it, and she was like, I've always seen you like as a designer, and like I've always watched you how you cut up your clothes and like you tried sewing and all of that stuff. And I was like, this is the one, this is the actual thing. And like I spoke to Fagan about it. I was like, I wanted to design now, right? And like now we're just doing design at school. And I was like, oh my word, this is actually great, because like this is like better for my future, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like this will like help me deep
Thrive.
dive and thrive like into what I want to do and like how I want to do it.
Yeah. Now I know what to get you for your next birthday. A sewing machine.
Oh, no.
Just help you practice. I think that's like a really cool idea. I never knew that. Thank you.
But Catherine, how do you feel that BLASC helps you to stay, and BLASC and Clouds help you to stay like diligent and like ambitious to do what you want to do?
If I'm not mistaken, diligent means like to be strong or like to be tough. I think, I don't know. But diligent on its own, I feel like since it's helped me empower myself, I can be more confident. But also I was horrible at making choices. This on our story time, on our first Cloud meeting, we were getting milkshakes. Sorry guys, and I didn't know what I wanted like on the menu. This is just general for me choosing. I can't choose. So
We're in the spur, right?
yeah, and there was different like chocolate milkshakes and strawberry milkshakes and a blueberry milkshake, and I saw there was like specials with the Oreo and the ball one milkshake. I didn't want the ball one. Guess what I got?
The ball one.
I got the ball one, and it was okay, but at the same time, I regretted making that choice. But since I've been in BLASC and Clouds, I feel like I've made better choices that I approve of or like agree on. Like I'm comfortable with the choices I made. I also didn't. I knew what I wanted to study. It's just I kept going back and forth between things. Like first I wanted to do physiotherapy, and then I wanted to do, like do any type of taking care of someone, and then I wanted to do design, and then I wanted to do a doctor, and I don't think doctor will work for me because
You look like a doctor.
thank you. I think I'll take that as compliment because yeah. But then I came to a basis about something I really like. I like drawing. I like designing. So I went to architecture because that's building buildings. You know, if I start my own business, money, and I can like be able to say, oh, I designed that building. You can look up my website or my company, you know? That'd be so cool. And I feel like BLASC helped me narrow it down to that and help me decide, choose. So just choices with me in general, BLASC and clouds have helped me.
And for you, Sage?
What do you think?
No, you go first, Sage.
Wait, can you rephrase the
So
question?
like how BLASC and clouds help you to stay like ambitious and diligent and like, you know, motivated.
Well, I feel like with the work even, nothing like with when I was at school and stuff, I found like everything was just boring for me. Like it was learning about stuff that I know wasn't gonna like benefit me or help me in the future or in the real world. So like the lessons that we have, like every day I'm learning something new, whether it's something small or whether it's something like mind-blowing, if that makes sense.
Mind-blowing.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like they, Kim and Fagan make it interesting somehow, even if it's like a really boring lesson, they'll find some way, like even how we do English, how we make our blogs, that is a, like a shout out for everyone to go and follow our blogs.
Yes.
But the fact that we all work with English and stuff by doing blogs and things, it's such an out of the box way of thinking and doing things, but it's makes sense and it's so much more entertaining and fun because you have full freedom to put whatever you want out there.
Like also, it's like it's yours. Like when you like, how can I say?
It's an expression of yourself, basically.
Yeah, and like with the writing essays and stuff and like doing our normal things that we do in English, we can actually like put it out there and it becomes ours. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like even with that, like how we were talking about like ambition and how BLASC like helps you to like figure out what you want to do and such. I feel like that's such an amazing thing because I mean, with me, I had like 4 years, I had no idea what I was like, not even a clue on what I wanted to be, but like they help you to figure out what your niche is in a sense and help you fixate on that to the point where you're just like, I should do something over here. Like they know already. I feel like Kim and Fagan already know what we like, the more or less stuff that we could go into and things, and they're just like gonna go into one of these, and they make us think that we came up with it by ourselves. Okay, we're just gonna let you take that. But yeah, yeah, and I'm really glad that our new members like Riley and Mia are like in BLASC now.
It's like we're
and
growing.
in like the
We're growing, yes.
Like
yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And the fact that like they are in like clouds and everything, and it's so amazing. Like
It's
to
like we
see.
get to help more people as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the more people we have, the more people we help.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Mm.
Like, and I mean, also speaking about the clouds logo for you guys, what do you feel like it stands out for you? Like,
I feel it's
What do you-
amazing.
do a little review on it for me, guys. Just
Okay.
like gas me up here.
5 stars. 5 stars.
Just kidding.
I feel clouds started out of hope for like a better future for girls, and you can see it clearly, like not clearly, but you can envision the future of clouds because the things we were really talking about in clouds. Imagine, like you said, we were growing. So imagine it growing so big that, and I forgot what I'm gonna say. Hey, we can come back, Jasmine.
Sorry, what was the question?
Like, how do you think a review on clouds, basically?
Clouds.
Yeah.
I feel that like without clouds, I would have been like very. And
Oh, describe.
I I don't know. That was it. Ooh.
Oh.
Like how can I say? After like clouds came like into my life, like I feel more open-minded towards myself and like how I should feel about myself, and like yeah.
And for you, Sage?
I love clouds, honestly, because as much as everyone was like, oh, I'm there for you if you like down and stuff like that, I didn't feel like they were there for me, so I felt alone most of the time. And having clouds, I know that I can speak about my feelings, and not being judged again, or not people starting to think of me in a different way because of how I feel about certain things, or like what I struggle with and stuff like that. And then also, like, if I am like feeling down, you guys are like always there to like be like, oh, are you okay? Like, is everything okay? Is something wrong? So I love clouds.
Also with that, like personally, I feel like I have people to talk to. Like I never felt like I had anyone to talk to, but like now that I'm like with clouds, like I can like talk about how I feel, and like there would be like people that relate with me, and I will get different perspectives of it and like understand it more, like what is actually going on, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Also, what I like about clouds the most is that if like one of us is doing something wrong, or like we wanted to do this thing where we stop saying bad things about ourselves. So if I were to say something bad about myself, then Catherine would be like, no, Sage, don't say that. Like, or say something positive about yourself now if you said something bad about yourself. So it's the teamwork type of thing to get us all better
And boost yourself.
and to like correct us when we are wrong type of thing, and like being comfortable with saying you are wrong for doing this type of thing.
I feel like both BLASC and Clouds are just filled with a lot of the most genuine people I feel like we would find. But I think we're going to end off on this so that the children over there can have a little discussion of their own, because So anyways, let's end off over there for Clouds and such. But we'll get back to it soon, definitely.
CLOUDS.
Yes.
Clouds.